afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with some extra cheese for you on Monday afternoon after the Packers' 11th practice over on Ray Nitschke Field. I'm coming to you live across the street from Lambeau Field here on what was a dreary Monday and then was sunny and now is back to being overcast. But it's always a beautiful day when you're a Green Bay Packers fan. And that's what we do. We reach out to Packers fans around the world. Let's give a shout out to our good friends over at Ticket King, shall we? Ticket King's been in Wisconsin since 1992, and they're staffed with experienced, friendly, and knowledgeable folks that can help you with anything Packers ticket related. They also partner with local Green Bay businesses for tailgates and bus transportation to the games. They are open on game day for last-minute tickets, upgrades, and they even have a drive-through window. You know you can use the Cheesehead TV app. If you want to use the schedule on the app, you'll find tickets, links to Ticket King for each individual game. Make sure you do that. And if you're here on the old YouTube, make sure that you check out the Carry the G Club. That's right. The Carry the G Club is a brand new way for Packers fans worldwide to hang out with us here at Cheesehead TV. Carry the G Club members get custom loyalty badges showing how long they've been a club member attached to your name, and all of our live streams and YouTube comments, special Cheesehead TV emojis featuring Corey and myself, access to our weekly virtual happy hour to come hang out and talk Packers all year long. We'll have our next one on Wednesday. Make sure you check that out. If you're a member, come on board. Join us for happy hour. It's going to be a lot of fun. Joining the Carry the G Club is as easy as tapping that join button you see on your YouTube page. Do it, people. Hello to all the people in the comment section already. All sorts of folks chiming in. Brandy's here. Of course, Brandy's here. What's up, Brandy? We have a I love it, new member. Thank you for joining the Carry the G Club, Ayahuasca. How's that? Yeah, maybe that's all right. Dag, thanks for the super chat. How are left end defensive tackle, right end doing? Well, they're doing pretty well. Depends on which ones you're talking about, but they're all pretty damn good. I'll tell you what, the defensive front in general has been clearly the aggressors and the dominators for the most part throughout camp, whether it's been Jerron Reed, who I talked about today on Twitter, talking about how he is very clearly an upgrade when it comes to early down run defense. He had one stop today of A.J. Dillon. That was truly impressive, getting off a block and taking up space in the hole. Defensive tackle, seen some really impressive burst and flashes from T.J. Slayton heading into year 2. Love to see it. Wyatt has flashed at times. And, Dean Lowry is the old stalwart, along with Kenny Clark. We know what he can do. It's a group that's coming together, I think. Very, very much so. No doubt about it. GBP Daily, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Nice to run into you on Oneida Street right before practice. Was with my wife and 1-year-old. Who stood out to you most in today's practice? It was lovely. Thank you so much for saying hi, man. Who stood out to me the most? I got to be honest. Jordan Love in the 2-minute drill right up until the moment when he threw the last interception, which is really unfortunate, obviously, but he's trying to win the game. There's 5 seconds left. He's trying to win it. And I get that it's an interception to end it, but right up until that point, it's probably one of his better drives when it comes to the 2-minute drill in his time in Green Bay, like the last 3 years. He had a number of really nice throws, including a dart to, I believe it was Amari Rodgers over the middle, another nice out route to Rodgers, another couple of really nice throws to Amari. But clearly, more work to do. Can't end on an interception. But to me, that's the thing that really jumped out, because that's progress, right? That's development. That's what you want to see from your third-year quarterback. And that's certainly what we saw today. What else we got, folks? Hi, Aaron. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Aaron Harper. Go Pack Go from the Windy City. What's up? Thanks for checking out the stream on TikTok. Really appreciate it. 83 and 87 looking good. Yes. Toure and Dobbs both looking damn good. Dobbs had another couple really nice catches today, although most of that was done in one-on-ones. Not a ton of stuff in team today. Ed, thank you for the super chat. Nags, been a while since I caught you live. Love the reports from Green Bay. Go Pack Go. Thank you, Ed. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for checking out the stream. Really appreciate it. I want a press flag football game, Nags. Brandy, that would be brilliant. I would love to be the quarterback and go against, say, Rob Domofsky, all-time QB, or we would be QBs, and then we'd get our sides together. That'd be a lot of fun. Ed Pierce, thanks for the super chat. Watch New England versus Green Bay 2014. Devontae Adams dropped a sure TD pass. Why did the Packers hold on to that guy? Get it? Yeah, that was a tough one. His rookie year, right? And that's the one that would have essentially sealed the game. But then the defense did it. And we got to see Mike Daniels all over Tom Brady, which is pretty dope. So I can't hate it. Nags, good afternoon. Cheers from here to you. Thank you, Kevin. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for checking out the stream. You do a great job. Thank you, Dominic. That's really nice of you. Will we see Bob? Bob? Is that like Bob Demofsky? I don't know. You're a Cowboys fan, then why are you on a Packers stream? No, I'm kidding. You're all welcome here. Whoever wants to join is welcome to join. TikTok be crazy, man. TikTok's like the Wild West. I swear to God. Concrete Cowboy, do you think Vernon Scott can be a legit third safety? How do you think he compared to Henry Black from last year? I think from what we've seen so far, it's still very early. But I think he'd be an upgrade, and I think he's got the talent to do it. I think so far from the limited kind of exposure we've gotten, they haven't done a ton of work with that extra safety, but he looks the part. I think he had a nice family night. I think he's had a nice start to camp. Now the next step, obviously, is doing it in San Francisco on Friday night. Buddha, thanks for checking it out on Twitch, bud. Always appreciate you. What else? What's going on? Let's go, Nags. What up, Scott Doc? How you doing, man? Thanks for checking it out. Does Slayton appear to have made the second-year jump? Actually, I was just talking about him a little bit. It's so hard to say yet, right? It's way too early. They've been in pads for less than a week. They have a game, their first game on Friday. Let's see how he works against some, live competition. Because even now in camp, you got to remember most of the team stuff, if not all of it, is still not even full speed. It's not live. There's no tackling. There's no real, true like big time hitting. So next step is definitely doing it, in a game. And the little we've seen so far, yeah, I think he's certainly showing that he's making strides, and he's had a few really nice plays where he's had some quick interior pressure, but there's a long way to go yet. A long way to go before we can tell if he's making some kind of jump. Which game this year will be a make or break game for us? Our biggest test. Dominic, I think it comes early. I think there's two of them. I think the obvious early one is the week 3 tilt down in Tampa with the Bucks, and then the Sunday night game against the Bills. I think those are the two toughest games on their schedule. And there's a lot of other tough opponents. There's a lot of other tough games. Nothing is a cakewalk in the NFL. You got to earn it each week. But those two games in particular are going to be tough outs for the Green Bay Packers. No question. If we sign Dexter Williams, we are guaranteed a Super Bowl. I mean, you pretty much nailed it right there. And for those of you who don't know, it was breaking a little bit before I came live. Packers are working out Dexter Williams. Yes, former Green Bay Packer Dexter Williams, who went to Notre Dame. I don't doubt they want to maybe look at some fresh legs, possibly bring somebody in if, they get to these preseason games. They're never going to run Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. So they got to get some bodies out there. Who knows? They might bring Dexter back. That'll be fun. He's a fun guy. Most devastating loss for you as a Packers fan? Man, what is this, man? I'm here in Green Bay. It's training camp. I'm having a good time. And you're asking me about devastating losses? I had all offseason to get over the 49ers loss. And you're back here now in August asking me about devastating losses. The time to talk about devastating losses was from, say, March through July. Now we're in camp mode. No talk about devastating losses. And it's always going to be that Seattle game. God damn it. Ed, thanks for the super chat. Would love to hear Gary Hoey's cover of Peter Gunn whenever the D takes the field. I don't know about that particular version, but I like the song choice. I think that's pretty damn good. Cool seeing Bussin' with the boys in Green Bay. Yeah, has the pod dropped? I know I saw, obviously, that Pardon My Take was up this morning with Aaron, which, by the way, I had to keep, I ran into PFT coming out of the bathroom. This is true. He was coming out of the bathroom, and I said, oh, hey, what are you doing in Green Bay? I assumed they were in town to talk to LaFleur because they had done that before. Matt's first year, they interviewed LaFleur. So I was like, oh, you guys got LaFleur? And Homeboy lied to me and said, oh, yeah, we're talking to Matt because they didn't want the Rodgers secret to get out. I was like, oh, cool. But only then later in the afternoon, I went downstairs, and as I was exiting, going towards out the way I have to go through the loading dock, oh, there's Matt LaFleur. And I ran into Matt. I was like, oh, hey, Matt, so you're doing PMT again, huh? He's like, oh, no, Aaron's doing it. I just wanted to come in and say hi. So then I texted Big Cat and I was like, I can't believe you got 12. And he's like, don't you dare say a thing. So I've been keeping your damn secret, Big Cat. But that's a great get. And it's a great listen. I highly recommend every Packers fan listen to it, even though Big Cat's a stinking Bears fan. Will we see Rodgers in preseason? I highly doubt it. Maybe that third preseason game, but even that isn't a certainty. I'd be very surprised if we saw him against the Saints after a week of joint practices, and we definitely won't see him Friday night against San Francisco. Haven't caught a live in so long. Hello from Fairbanks, Alaska, Nags. What's up, Silas? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Go Pack Go. What's up? Shadows of Lambeau giving us a shout out there. What's going on? When will Robert Tunyan come back? Tunyan will most likely. Now, the reporting around this has been pretty consistent. Whether it was, I can't remember his first name. I think it's Michael Lombardi down at tight NU when Tunyan was doing some running off to the side. Or before that, Bill Huber had written that it was expected that Tunyan would be ready for week 1. And all offseason, I kind of dismissed that as probably an agent trying to like drum up, a little narrative there. Like, hopefully, that he really wants to be out there, but the team won't let him go. But I'm telling you, watching Tunyan in the rehab group today, I put a little video up on Twitter. He's cutting. He's doing releases off the line. He's not just jogging. He's not just doing simple rehab stuff. He's like doing football stuff, and he looks good. So I think there's a chance that he is ready for week 1. I still think it's a bit of a long shot, but I'm going to be a lot less surprised if it happens now than I would have been this offseason. There's no doubt about that. Antonio Freeman or Greg Jennings? Ooh, Travis. Wow, what a question. I would think I'd go with Greg Jennings as a wide receiver. Like, take away all of the off-field nonsense. Purely as a receiver, you go with Greg Jennings. But you put context and life around both of them, and you got to go with Antonio Freeman. It's a no-brainer. Come on. Brendan, thank you for the super chat. Trying to reverse the negative energy I brought. Here's for a beer on me at Inducey's tonight. Thank you, Brendan. No, I get it. It's like, man, I get it. You're chatting Packers. I say we're talking all things green and gold. You asked a question about the green and gold. You just set me off. That's all. But I thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see what else we got. Don't want to miss any super chats. Jay, thanks for the super chat, bud. Would you rather live in a beautiful mansion that is very haunted or live in a normal, non-haunted house in the middle of a very dangerous neighborhood? That is an interesting question. Beautiful mansion that is very haunted. Probably the beautiful mansion that is very haunted. I'd go with that. Yeah, let's do a little Shining action. That sounds fun. Ayahuasca, thanks to the super chat. Will the NFL or the Packers discipline Aaron Rodgers for taking shrooms? Just kidding. You know what you're doing over there, don't you? Trying to set me off. Matt got asked about that shit today. Although I suspect the reporter that asked it was probably asked by his newsroom to ask it. I don't think he meant to ask it or wanted to ask it. But, man, people know there's a CBA, right? People know there's like a window where you get tested. Yeah. And like coming down and trying to discipline a guy for something he did years ago and just talking about it. Yeah, the NFLPA would have a field day with that one. Do you wake up in a deep sleep, sit up, and think you forgot a super chat? No, not at all. Never once. I love all your super chats. I greatly appreciate them, but no. In-depth analysis on how I think week 1 will go. Ooh, baby. That's a question right there. I think it'll be really close, and I think it'll be really tough. And I think I can't really give you an in-depth analysis until we have a better idea of who's going to be playing along the offensive line. If it's David and Yash at tackle, I really like our chances. If it's Yash at left tackle and Newman or Zach Tom at right tackle, things get tougher. Things get a lot tougher. Luke, thank you for the super chat, bud. Really appreciate it. Just an appreciation chat. Have fun tonight with the crew. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it, man. You're a real one. Hopefully I'll see you at happy hour. Jeezy Baby, thank you for the super chat. Going back to the 2019 draft, between Gary and Jenkins, why was Ty Summers the best pick? You're just trying to set Brandy off. I know what's going on over there. I know what's happening. You guys aren't slick. So up to the O line, you believe? I think it's a big part of it. It's the engine, right? And look, last year it took what, a half for them to come alive in that building. They can't afford that. The defense is probably better this year and can probably keep hopefully a cap on the Vikings offense early on. They're adjusting to a new coach, new scheme, what have you. But they still got a lot of talent over there. Justin Jefferson is no joke. And I just think, yeah, the offensive line in that building with that noise, you get in third and long or even third and medium, it's a nightmare. I mean, it legit hurts. The press box there is open air. I'll never forget that first game where third down came and it was physical pain. It was so loud. Yeah, no, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's gonna be tough no matter who's playing tackle, but I feel a lot better about it if it's Dave and Yash than Yash and whoever. Zach Tom Bob Medill shirt when? Brendan, that's a really good question. I'll ask Brent to get on that. I'll remind me. Tyler, remind me of that. Gotta remember that. Mike Daniels was one of the last Packers who I can remember that played with some dog in him. I think this defense will pleasantly surprise you in that regard, sir. Let's see how 2022 plays out. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Was Richard Rodgers an underrated tight end? He wasn't a superstar, obviously. I just remember him making a good amount of clutch catches on third down. Go Pack, go. I don't know if he's underrated. I think he's maybe underappreciated, but I don't think anybody kind of mistook what he was. I get what you're saying, but he did have phenomenal hands. Like, there's no doubt about that. I think he suffers from the fact that, like, a lot of times he was that leak out tight end on that fucking play that drove me insane, where they saw a blitz, they would throw a quick to the tight end in the flat, and then he would just get tackled right away, and they'd gain no yardage. He had so many of those. I think maybe that colors people's memory of him. Is the reformation at inside linebacker Gutekunst influenced or scheme necessary? Ooh, Duke, that's a really good question. I think it's a bit of both. I do think there's no doubt that Brian's been trying to remake this team, make it a little tougher all around from both sides of the ball. But I do think the idea of not having to take that backer off for a lot of the time and staying in nickel almost all the time, and being able to kind of bounce between whether that has, Quay up front or alongside Devondre Campbell, it's going to be interesting to see how, because that's the thing. We don't really know usage yet as far as how often they're going to be in certain packages. Matt talked about it today when he was answering one of my questions about there's absolutely zero game planning going on right now. So it'll be kind of fun to watch how much they lean into those two backers, especially early in the year, and how successful they are, and if they stick with it, if it isn't. I love great defense questions. I know, Brandy, you're defensive guru. Watson or Dobbs, more production this year. Also appreciate spending your time answering our questions. Oh, thanks, bud. I think it's Dobbs, and I would have said that prior to Watson showing up hurt for training camp. I think Watson is an incredible talent. He's got a ways to go, most likely, especially now that he's been going to be somewhat behind, for lack of a better word, heading into this season. But Dobbs' tape, I said it on Packers Daily months ago. Like, it's a miracle to me that he lasted till the third day. There are reasons for it. If you haven't read Paul Noonan's piece over at Acme Packing Company, I highly suggest it. He does a really good job of breaking down some of the reasons why he became a day 3 pick. Dave Gillette, thanks for joining the Carry the G Club. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks so much. Ed Pierce, thanks for the super chat. Lots of legitimate research on the benefits of psychedelic plants for PTSD, head trauma, depression. Seriously, VA has been using them, just saying. Hey, I've got no issues, 0 issues with Rodgers going that route at all. And there's been guys using all sorts of alternatives for all the things you're talking about throughout the years in the NFL. Just don't hear about them. But now we've got a superstar quarterback talking about it openly. And the first thing people think is, oh, is the NFL going to be mad? Like, who gives a shit? Not a fantasy football question. All right, too old for this. I'm going to hold you to that. But in which round should I draft the Packers defense in fantasy? I meant alternate reality football. Nice. Well played. Man, I don't know. You're asking the wrong dude. I play in one fantasy league every year. It's a keeper league. It's been going for literally 22 years, and we do individual defensive players. So I haven't drafted a fantasy defense in ages. So wish I could answer. I have no clue, dude. My sincerest apologies. All right, everybody. I'm gonna have to get going. Can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers on all the Cheesehead TV social channels. We got YouTube, we got Facebook, we got Twitch, we got TikTok. We're all over the place. Can't thank you guys enough. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.